All right. Now we are starting a little early, but as all of you are already there, so I was told to start a little early. First of all, good afternoon, Sairam, and welcome to all of you. For those of you who do not know me, other than my children, my teachers, I'm Mrs. Punita Nehru, and I'm heading Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vihar, Indore, as the principal. And I've been here for the last 10 years in this beautiful city of Indore and in this beautiful school institution. Now, that's a brief introduction, so I won't really harp on that much. I'll come straight to the point. Now, this is a time which is very, very challenging. So I am sure that parents and there are children and there are teachers around, and all of us are very scared about what is going to be happening, what is happening right now, and after this what. All of us have been thinking about that. So have we. All of us have been. And a lot of things have already started happening. Initially, when it happened, it was like when you put sand in a pitcher or a glass. So it's all hazy. We don't know. We just see the confusion. But as it's settling down, the clarity is coming. It's a very sad thing that a lot of people are dying of COVID. But I don't want to harp on that. I want to see the positive side of COVID. And the positive is very, very positive. And I've been thinking that जैसे समुद्र का मंथन होता है तो उसमें पहले उसमें पॉइजन निकलता है, वैसे ही अभी मंथन हो रहा है, लाइक इट और नॉट. हमने किसी ने इनवाइट नहीं करा पर हुआ है, और इस मंथन में अब वी हैव टू कम आउट ऑफ इट अ विनर विद द अमृत. हाउ डू वी डू दैट? Can everybody hear me? If you can just write yes, somebody. Can you hear me? All right, fine. So now, children, I'm doing it for you specially so that everybody else can also, we are all doing it for you. Education is for children, simple. So first, I would like to address to you that do not feel scared. Do not feel scared of what is happening. There's so many things that have happened, so many things that will happen. We will not live in fear. So leave the fear out. I hope you're healthy. I hope you are safe. Keep yourself safe and keep yourself away from anything that can, take you to COVID. Do that. But having said that, now you have a choice, all of us. Either we ride the wave of COVID, it's a tsunami. So either we ride the wave or we drown in it. And I, as a person and my children, all of us, I think we'd rather ride the wave instead of drowning in the wave. And that is when we will be winners, because these things will keep happening. Every century, something or the other has been happening. But if we ride the wave, we will come out winners. Now the question is, how do we come out winners? What do we do? How will this change? All that we have been thinking. So I would like to say, now, leaving aside the death part, so many people are dying, I feel very sorry, but I'm not talking about that now. I would say it is the golden opportunity to the educationists to change the system. I've been saying it for donkey's years. We've been going for so many workshops, seminars, sessions, and every time I used to come back, I used to think that, my God, we keep children like prisoners. There is no difference between a jail and a school. In the jail, there's a jailer. In the school, there's a principal. There are rooms in a jail where we put the children. In a jail, there are these criminals who we put, and they are the doors closed. They are going to be there. They have to be disciplined. They have to eat at a certain time. All of that. Similarly, in a school, we put the children in one room. They can't talk. They can't express themselves. If they express themselves or if they want to ask something, so many times the teachers shut them up. So there is hardly any difference. And so is the infrastructure. Infrastructure is so cruel to the children. It is not child-friendly at all. And this has been like that for centuries. Nobody has changed it. Now is the opportunity for us to change at least certain systems in the education line. We can change them now. This is the opportunity, and let's avail of this opportunity. Let it not go, because now we've been pushed into a corner. Now is a time when we are open to change, when we are open to learning. Each of us, whether it's me as a principal, whether it's the teachers, whether it's the children, and whether it's the parents, all the stakeholders, including the management, we all are now open to learning and knowing how to sail through this or how to ride over it. So now I'll start with the children first. Firstly, we need to have the best systems possible. One thing we all have understood, that now onwards we need to depend a lot on the systems, the Wi-Fi's, the best computer systems, and online classes maybe will be there. So now we need to train our teachers, and we need to create a curriculum or create lesson plans in which the teaching learning process can be exceptional through the online also. Now, when I say this, I don't want you thinking that the entire school will be done online. That can never happen. Why? Because the children need the human touch. They cannot just go online. We cannot put them online 24/7 or maybe the whole day. It's not possible. But a part of it has to go online. And I've been thinking, we have to reinvent ourselves, honestly. We cannot just say that, okay, somebody else will come and do it. Each of us in our own schools have to think, how do we reinvent ourselves? We have to sit together with, we've already started these sessions with some parents, with some people who are thinking people, and we're having these brainstorming sessions as to how we can reinvent ourselves. What is it that we have to leave behind? What is it that we have to take forward? And whatever we have to take forward, how do we redesign it? So in that, one thing came to my mind, at least, that systems have to be in place, very good systems. Now, when we say the systems, we have to train the teachers first. All of us, including me, none of us are so beautifully trained that we can just sit on the system, on a laptop, we can start teaching online. Neither are our children ready for it. Neither are the parents ready for it. So now is the time. We have to do it quickly. We have to start training the teachers, and the teachers are picking up very fast. Like in our school, I've known some more schools. Within 2 days, the teachers who were not familiar with it, they got up and they got going, and they're doing a wonderful job. And wherever they're finding it difficult, there are these system managers, the computer teachers who are helping them. So we need to now train the teachers. That is the number one thing. If the teachers are trained well, in not only running the systems, but also in creating a good curriculum, in delivering a good curriculum, in making good lesson plans, then we sail through. So first and foremost, we need to have a very good training system for the teachers. System as in computer we have in school, that is the first part. That is the hardware, but then the other part is we train the teachers. Next is we need to change the way we teach majorly. We teach English, we teach maths, we teach EVS, science in the junior classes. I'm saying we have the freedom, we have the flexibility to do as we please till class 8. Even if we don't go till class 8 as of now, we go only till class 4 or 5, we can do a lot. Why do we have to teach the way we are teaching? I think the time has come when we remove the books. As it is, we have been screaming that the bags are going heavier. We've been screaming that the fees are so high, and even for little children. And why are we doing this? And what are we getting out of it? Even though the children, there are a lot of sexually exploited children also. So the parents are very scared. So now we need to reinvent the way we teach. And in this, one thing is very important, we need to take the parents along. So when I say train the teachers, simultaneously we have to counsel and orient and train the parents also. Very, very important, because they are also new to the system. They need to understand how it's going to be. Once we train the parents, then together the teachers, the school and the parents, they walk hand in hand together and the child will benefit. Now, when I say that we remove the books, I just personally feel we all need to sit together, the educationists, and we need to reinvent the subjects. English, maths, EVS and all, it goes. We are not teaching maths. We are not teaching English. We need to teach the children everything, but not through these subjects primarily. We have a lot of activities. We have a lot of projects. Like we can have gardening. Through gardening, we can teach so many things. So when we are taking a particular class, say for example, we take class 1 to begin with. So we put in the entire year, we put the what activities or what projects we have. And in each activity, what all the child is going to learn. Maybe the child will learn multiplication. Maybe the child will learn communication skills. Maybe the child will learn colors. The child will learn about nature. The child will learn about the Indian culture. So much in the gardening. Maybe about the world, the map, whatever. Then we come to another, we can have another thing like dancing, like music, like even little chef, we have cooking for the little children. We can have that. In that also we can teach. So basically we need to teach our children through these activities and make it very interesting for the child. We take the child out of the four walls. We don't put the child inside where they have to just sit there crying for their parents, crying that this is this is their fate, that they have to sit inside. Take them outside, make it interactive, involve the parents. And here I would say, I think every school should have a PRF. PRF is Parents Resource Forum. Compulsorily for every parent to be involved in the teaching learning process. At least one day or maybe 1 week, whatever, of their 1 year they should give to the school. They have to get involved. When they are involved, it will be a direct seeing as to what is happening in the school. Second, they will also keep a watch on the teachers in the school. If the school is doing something wrong, the teacher is doing something wrong, they know. But they are not like monitors. They are not there to pick faults, but they are there to help each other. If the teacher will be very, very careful as to what she is delivering. She'll come very well prepared. The child will also be happy. And there's so many things. See, the teachers are just a few teachers, say 150 teachers, 200 teachers in a school. But when we have the parents coming, it's such a solid resource that we have. When they put in their resource, the sky is the limit. Like in storytelling, we can involve. Storytelling should be a must in every school. Absolutely must. When the storytelling sessions are there, it can translate into even these small plays which the parents combine. They do it. They can have the children also there. We can have poetry sessions. I mean, there are so many things that we can do to teach children what we call today English, maths, science, and all of that. So I feel we all have to now get up and start thinking. And it is not, I don't think it will take too much of time, because a lot of people must already be doing work on this in this field. I at least know of so many of them who are doing. But now the implementation has to come. Implementation ke liye pehle koi razi nahi tha. Nobody was agreeing. But now that this has happened, I plead to all the parents. Please tell the schools, and I plead to all the schools to get up and change the system now. This is the time. Otherwise, it will never change for another 100 years till some other pandemic comes. So let's not wait for that. We'll be gone. So let's start now before it's too late. And let's change. Let's make education interesting for the child. Let him enjoy sports, gardening. Let him just feel the mud. Let him feel the nature. Once we do that, the children will grow up confident. They'll grow up happy children. Next is a very important thing, which I feel is extremely important, which all the schools, majority of the schools, we just talk about it. But when we talk of implementation is next to zero. And that is value education. Very, very important. We've never understood the importance of value education. And that is why the world is what it is today. Value education should be the central focus of all education. This is a fact which all of you must be knowing, that marks have never got you success in life. They can get you maybe an entry into a college for the time being. They can get you maybe some brownie points in school where the teacher says, oh, she's a very good student, meaning that she's good in academics. But ultimately, if you want to be successful, your character has to be good. Your character is number one. And when I say character, we have to develop the life skills in the children. Very important. And in the life skills, there are so many things that we have to teach the children. We have to teach the children the basic culture of our country. Very important. The children are not proud of our country. We are so anglicized. मैं भी आज English में बात कर रही हूँ. Let's start speaking in Hindi in our mother tongue. Why can't we do that? I read somewhere कि जो जहां पर भी अपनी मदर टंग में बच्चे को पढ़ाते हैं, बच्चा ज्यादा पढ़ता है, ज्यादा उसकी IQ बढ़ती है. हम इंग्लिश लेकर हमने थोप दी है अपने बच्चों के ऊपर, एंड वी थिंक दैट इंग्लिश के बिना काम नहीं होगा. इंग्लिश के बिना काम होता है. So many places I've seen people are not good in English, बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. So let's emphasize on our mother tongue now. Next, let's teach them our family systems. Family systems are so important to our country. We need to emphasize on that. We need to teach the child to be determined, to be focused, to have a good willpower, to how to sacrifice, how to respect elders. There's so many life skills. Not only this, how to take care of themselves. I always tell my parents that we need to bring up our children like poor children and teach them to earn like rich people. If we teach them to live like poor children, then they will do everything the home. They will help their mothers. They will not come and throw their bags. They will not come and throw their shoes and tell their mothers to become like maids, which is so sad. But we pamper them. We pamper them no end. We think that this is the in thing. No. I think we need to teach our children these basic things, how to cook, basic thing. And it is not about boys and girls. These days, all boys and girls, they're all going abroad to study. They're going out of the city to Bombay, to Delhi perhaps, and they're renting their apartments with some friends. They have to cook there. Who cooks for them? The mother cannot go. The helpers can't go. So this is part of education now, very important part, as is computer, as is language, communication, as is anything else. So is food craft, very important. It is very important to teach the children these life skills, to develop their character, to inculcate the right value systems. We have to teach them tolerance. We have to tell them about our country, about the history of our country. We need to teach them everything that will bring a peaceful world in the future. How they have to live amicably together. If we do that, then we are creating good citizens. Then we are giving them good education. Otherwise, we are just making them literates who are going to spoil the world like we are spoiling the world today. We need to change that. We owe it to the next generations of this world. Next is parents. Now, next I will take up, I'll take up schools now, because a lot of principals and teachers there. I think the time has also come where we need to leave behind competition. Till now, we were competing with each other. Schools were competing with each other. We were giving a lot of resources to the children in a school. Fees to hai hi, to khub deo bhi unko. And हमने भी करा सबने, मगर ये pandemic ने आके खोली है. And I feel that the time has come, not the competition time has gone and collaborative time has come. We need to collaborate with each other now. Every school doesn't have everything. But because every school doesn't have everything, so the child studying in that school doesn't mean that he will not get everything. It is so unfair. Education should be for everybody, from poor to rich. Everybody should get the same education. There should be no difference between the poor getting an education or a rich. Just because you have money, you don't have the license to get the best education, so-called best education. You should not. So I think time has come where the onus falls on those schools who are taking a good fees, where they should handhold those schools who are not taking that fees and bring the schools to the level of their own, which the CBSE has already begun with the hub, which is very good, but it is a different concept but similar line. So I think now the time has come where when we hire good teachers and we are giving a very good packet to them, when there are very good schools giving very good results, isn't it the duty of every school to handhold a school where they cannot hire that experienced teachers and bring them to the level of your own school? I think the time has come, and it is not very difficult because now we've gone online. When we've got online, we can easily do that. We need to do that. And I think we all should now get together and take it on ourselves that no government school, no other school, no school will be left behind. एक एक बच्चा, बल्कि बच्चा ही नहीं, एक एक स्कूल का ही बात नहीं कर रही हूँ. I think हम लोगों को and the government should come together and say, जिस इलाके में स्कूल है, उस इलाके के स्कूल्स, वहां की जो बस्ती में बच्चे हैं, उनको लीजिए. आजकल सबके पास फोन है, उनके हिसाब से हम करिकुलम बनाएं जो स्किल्स डेवलप करने का, वैल्यू सिस्टम डेवलप करने का, और उनको साथ में स्ट्रीमलाइन करें, अपने मेन स्ट्रीमलाइन में उनको ले. ये हमारी सबकी ड्यूटी सबसे पहले है एज एजुकेशनिस्ट. वरना क्या फायदा हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम का? वरना हम टीचर्स को, हम बोलते हैं स्कूल्स को, टीचर्स को इतनी इज्जत मिलनी चाहिए. इज्जत तब मिलती है जब हम सैक्रिफाइस करते हैं, जब अपने हम कंफर्ट लेवल से आगे जाएंगे तब इज्जत मिलेगी. वरना तो हमको सैलरी मिल रही है, तो इज्जत किस चीज की? इज्जत उसको मिलती है जब कोई सैक्रिफाइस करता है और अपने कंफर्ट जोन से अपने को बाहर निकालता है, तब इज्जत मिलती है. वरना इज्जत नहीं मिलेगी किसी को भी. तो इसलिए अब हमारी ड्यूटी बनती है कि हमको जो भगवान ने इतना दिया है, अगर हमको पैसे से हमको नवाजा है भगवान ने सारी फैसिलिटीज दी है, तो हमको एज स्कूल वी नीड टू रीच आउट एंड at the same time teach our children to reach out to the other children who are studying in those schools who cannot afford. There is nothing called poor at the level of children. Nobody, the parents may be rich and poor, but all children are at par. Nobody is earning, so everybody is at par. So we have to teach our children that nobody is poor, nobody is rich. Learn to respect each other. You never know who comes out from that. आजकल आईएएस ऑफिसर सब वहां से विलेजेस से आ रहे हैं. कभी हम सुनते हैं ऑटो ड्राइवर थे, किसी के फादर रिक्शा चला रहे थे, वहां से निकल के आ रहे हैं. सो वी नीड टू डू दिस. अगर नहीं करेंगे तो हमको पेरेंट्स से भी इज्जत नहीं मिलेगी. आप लोग आंखें खोल लो, जब हम करेंगे तब आई थिंक जिस दिन हम लोग ये करना शुरू करेंगे, पेरेंट्स भी फीस के लिए नहीं बोलेंगे. आज पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं फीस के लिए, वो ठीक बोलते हैं, क्योंकि वो भी बहुत जानते हैं कि आप भी सेल्फिशली कर रहे हो, हम भी सेल्फिशली करेंगे. अगर हम थोड़ा सा आगे कदम करके करेंगे तो पेरेंट्स सब के सब हमारे साथ हो जाएंगे. अभी नहीं होंगे, थोड़ा समय के साथ होंगे, पर होंगे जरूर. So let's do it. Let's become real gurus. Why should we just be teachers who are taking a salary and go back home and sleep and say this is हमारा काम खत्म? नहीं कर सकते. So I think it's time for us all to wake up. It's a wake up call for all schools. Get up and get going. It's very important. And in the end, I just got 20 minutes. ज़्यादा ही हो गए होंगे शायद. एक दो चीजें और फटाफट बोलूंगी मैं before I end this. अब हमको सबको स्कूल्स को दो तीन चीजें और देखनी पड़ेंगी जो मैंने शुरू करा है. एक तो यूनिफॉर्म्स. आई थिंक वी नीड टू मेक मोर प्रैक्टिकल यूनिफॉर्म्स. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट थिंकिंग कि प्रैक्टिकल यूनिफॉर्म क्या होगी, एंड जिसमें बच्चे कंफर्टेबल हो, एंड जिसमें अपने को प्रिकॉशंस ले सके, अपने को सेफ गार्ड कर सके. वी नीड टू रीइन्वेंट सम यूनिफॉर्म्स लाइक दैट. वी हैव टू सी दैट. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हैज टू बी अगेन चेंज नाउ. I think infrastructure का मैंने पहले भी बोला था, मगर now all these architects need to reinvent infrastructure for school, and they should have, if some architect wants to do really good business, they should call the principals and the teachers, or so many visionaries are there, call them, पूछो कि आगे के schools में कैसा होना चाहिए infrastructure, change the infrastructure, have a lot of gardens, have forest classes, have classes where between the trees, जैसे शांति निकेतन था. We need to go back to that, and then you see the child will never like to come back home. He would like to be in the school only. And of course, the principal or the teacher, I think she ought to be in the school. If you become a principal, you should live in the school so that the children know that there is a home in the school they have, and they feel secure in that home environment. Next is the timetable needs to be changed. When I said that online, what I feel is that इतना एनवायरनमेंट में पोल्यूशन हो रहा है, एंड अभी तो कुछ दिन बंद हुआ था तो कितना कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है एनवायरनमेंट में, एंड वी आर सो हैप्पी अबाउट इट. बट देन अगेन वील गो बैक टू इट. बट नाउ आई वाज थिंकिंग वी नीड टू थिंक अबाउट इट. आई एम गिविंग यू फूड फॉर थॉट. We need to change the timetable. We don't need to call the children all 6 days to school. We can stop that. We can have children coming to school only 3 days or maybe 4 days. That's it. That is important, very important, because they need to interact with each other. That interpersonal relationships, they have to learn that. But that is it. We can have some sessions online where there's a one-way communication, and then we call the children in smaller groups where they can ask questions and like a tutorial, and the teacher can teach. Even the activities need to change. But I think we need to reinvent the timetable of our schools. Let's start thinking on that. It's a challenge, but then वो चैलेंज चैलेंज को करना तो अच्छा है, मजे आते हैं, चैलेंज जब तक नहीं हो तो फिर जिंदगी के मजे क्या है. सो लेट्स टेक अप दिस चैलेंज एंड रीइन्वेंट द टाइम टेबल. मजे आएंगे, बच्चों को भी मजे आएंगे, हमको भी मजे आएंगे. लेट्स डू इट. Why not? We don't need so many. स्पोर्ट्स जरूरी है, सब कुछ जरूरी है, सब कुछ होगा स्कूल में, कोई चीज छोड़ेंगे नहीं डर के कोविड से. मगर किस तरह से हमको टाइम टेबल बनाना है, बच्चे कब आए, बच्चे कब जाए, वो हमको देखना है. So let's start doing that. It's very very important. Even during this time of pandemic, अभी जब lockdown, अभी I'm already planning, and I think all of us should plan. Let's not teach children history, geography right now, but we can open some classes which they can enroll in free of cost and optional. So you give them a platform, a plethora of activities, you say, and tell the children, okay, for these classes, these activities, and come. You can now join whichever one you like. And the child grows, and because you're not teaching a subject and you're not giving marks, that rapport develops with the children. So it's very good. And rest, I think that is it. Nimisha, I think I'll finish it now. It's 12:48. I started early, 12:20. And you can ask questions if anybody wants to ask questions. And before that, I want to thank Nimisha and Animesh for calling me here. I don't know if I'm, I know of so many educationists and visionaries. I'm not one of them. I'm just, very little experience, but there are so many of them who can give you so much more. But then you thought of me and call me, so I'm very grateful. And I would tell everybody to subscribe to Entab live, because I was just seeing they have so many good lectures there. So I think all of us need to start listening to them. They're very, very informative and educative. Any questions anybody wants to ask? Yeah. Somebody's saying, Nityagar, that we should stop teaching for some days online. So we've already stopped online teaching right now. We need to give you all a break for sure. So we have given the break. And the classes that I'm saying, I'm talking about activities. We'll give you some activities because you're at home, children. And why waste time? And if you are really utilizing your time by reading and by doing some activities, very good. But what activities I'm talking about is where it's optional. If you are getting bored or if you don't have much to do, then you can join. It's completely optional. Any other question? Yeah, till 15 June you want off. All right, let me see if we can give you till 15 June. See, one more thing, I want to tell the teachers and the schools in the change in education system. Now we need to also make children who we are teaching part of the decision making. What we are going to be teaching, ask them. Would they be interested? Give them options. Like give them options. Okay, we have to teach. The objectives will be, okay, maybe multiplication, maybe communication. So we give them an option. Okay, we can do through this. Maybe we make a project like this, or we do this. Give them options in the projects and let the children choose the project. Okay, we want to do this. So that the child also feels that he is responsible for what the child is doing, and they'll enjoy it more. Because they are adults, we have to make them responsible adults, which we don't do. So we just come, we deliver, and we condition them to think like us. If you don't do this, you will not get marks. So the child is getting conditioned. That is why the children so many times, they are very nice to the teacher when, the marks are to be given, and after that they laugh at the teacher, which is so sad. Yeah. Any other question? All right, I'll let you know if there are some classes that we want. A lot of parents have already, they have given their names for storytelling, like Vinny. She's a this thing, VJ, I think it's called. So she's saying, ma'am, I will do for the school. Her daughter's here. And even Nilima, a lot of parents have been asking. So if any of your parents wants to contribute online to the children, you want to take some classes, kindly let us know. We'll try to evolve the activity schedule and we'll try to put you there. And of course, once the school's open, we'll have a meeting. For sure, we'll have a meeting. Let's all put our heads together. It's not my school. It's not, the teacher's school. It's not the children. It is all of us together. It's a family. We are in it together, all of us. So let's put our heads together to make life and education interesting for children. When will the school reopen? God didn't tell me. I wish God could speak to me, then I would have told you. But I'm expecting, honestly, I'm a positive person. So I'm expecting schools to start from July, from 1st of July. I have kept that in mind. Okay, 1st of July, the schools will start. But initially, I will be calling only the teachers to plan ahead. And then that's what I'm saying. I'm planning the timetable. Maybe I'll call you 3 times in a week. And I'll split the classes. Every section I'll split. And half the school comes on one day, the other half comes on the other day. This is what I've planned. Let's see, we'll work on this plan once the teachers come, and then we'll work on it. And of course, online also will be there. And because we are on Google, remember, we can, even if you're not there at that particular moment, you're sick or something, it's all gets recorded. So we can go back to that. Safety measures, don't worry. All the schools are working on it. Even we are very, very worried about the safety measures, and we will ensure that our children are safe. Do not worry. None of the parents should be worrying about this, because not only the schools, the teachers, but even the government is working on this. So there are certain norms that we'll bring about, and every school will be doing even more, I think, because we don't want any of our children falling sick. So we will be putting that into practice. Don't worry. The children will be so safe and secure. And let me assure you, until and unless we are sure of the safety, I will not open the school. Don't worry. And even then, I will let the parents come and see the safety measures we are taking. If you are convinced, send your child. Otherwise, don't send your child. I understand you're very worried, but unless and until we are very, very sure, I'm not opening the school. Yes, the course content will go down. Yes, around about 30%, at least till class 8. 30% will be, we are trying to reduce. So good. A lot of children must be so happy right now. I would have been happy had I been in your place. 30% gone. So good. Less tension. US pattern. See, every pattern is different. Again, I think I'll just come to the various patterns that we see across the world. Some parent has asked about the pattern, American pattern and this pattern. Every country has a culture. Every country has a background. Every country has a certain type of population. According to that, we should create our own systems. I do not believe in cut, copy, paste of a system in our country. Go everywhere. Take a view of every system. Pick up some good points which we can put it here, and then create your own system. That is what I would say. So every country has goods and bads in the systems. We also have. But if we want to improve, let's get the best from the previous times, years also. Like the Gurukul, very good. And even today, from outside also. Let's take and create a very good system. Why can't we do that? We don't need to see Finland to improve us. We have so many intelligent people here. Can't we come up with a beautiful system? We can. We can come up with a better system than Finland. The only thing is we all need to decide. And it is not only the education or the system or the government who will do it. When all of us together as a society decide to create a system, then that system will be created. Otherwise, it will not be created. So we always think that कोई और आके करेगा change. Change शायद हम लोग कोई और आके करे हमारे अंदर से, मगर implementation में साथ उसका देना पड़ेगा. We have to support that system. All right. You're getting too much of homework. Is it so? Which subject? Shubh, which subject homework are you getting a lot? Tell me. We'll reduce it. Yeah, until the vaccine comes up, don't worry, we'll protect ourselves. We cannot live in fear inside कि वैक्सीन नहीं आया कहीं मर नहीं जाए, फिर तो हमारे जो बॉर्डर्स पे तो कोई खड़ा ही नहीं होता कि हम कहीं गोलियां लग जाए, हम मर जाएं. हम अपने बच्चों को इतना वीक बनाएंगे क्या? खड़े होइए, फेस करिए, जो हमको प्रिकॉशन देने लेंगे और बाहर निकलेंगे. हम ऐसे कब तक दब्बू बन के रहेंगे? वी हैव टू कम आउट एंड वी हैव टू फेस इट टुगेदर. थोड़ा सा अपने को अपने प्रिकॉशन लेंगे, फुल प्रिकॉशन, बच्चे हमारे, मगर इतना डराइए मत बच्चों को. फेस करेंगे ना, इकट्ठा फेस करेंगे. सबसे पहले अपने बच्चों को ही हम प्रोटेक्ट करेंगे, उसके बाद वील प्रोटेक्ट आवरसेल्व्स. बट डोंट से कि क्या होगा वैक्सीन आया तो बच्चों को कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. कुछ नहीं होगा बच्चों को. एक चीज, अगर आप हिंदू धर्म को जो मानते हैं या पढ़ा है किसी ने भी, एक चीज तो आपको पता होगा, जब हम देखते हैं भगवान का पूरा विराट रूप देखते हैं, तो कितने आ रहे हैं, कितने यहाँ से जा रहे हैं, तो यहाँ से पैदा हो रहे हैं. तो हमारा एक यही बोलते हैं सारे धर्मों में कि हमारा इस धरती पे पैदा होना और जाना वो लिखित है. अगर लिखित है तो आप डर के क्यों रह रहे हैं? आप ये बताइए ना, लिखित है, डोंट वरी, अपने को प्रिकॉशंस करो, अपने को सेफ गार्ड करो, बस. डर के क्यों रहना है? डर के नहीं रहना है किसी ने भी, किसी बच्चे ने डर के नहीं रहना है. डरेंगे तो फिर मरेंगे. और कितने लोग तो वापस आ रहे हैं. सब हमारे यहाँ पर कितनी डेथ्स हुई है? ज्यादा डेथ नहीं हुई है. तो डोंट वरी, बिल्कुल भी, आई मीन जस्ट गो फॉरवर्ड. अपने को, यस, यू हैव टू सेफ गार्ड योर सेल्फ. बी केयरफुल, वॉश योर हैंड्स, पुट दिस थिंग मास्क एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ, डू दैट. बट डोंट हैव टू अंदर दुबक के घर में नहीं बैठना है. वरना तो हमारे जो सोल्जर्स तो फिर दुबक के घर में बैठते हैं, बोलते हम तो नहीं जाएंगे, हमारे बच्चे हैं, हमको कोई मार देगा, ये करेगा. जाते हैं ना वो. सो वी हैव टू बी. हाँ, होमवर्क का मैं बोलती हूँ बेटा, I will tell the teachers if there's a lot of homework, I'll ask them. All right, but don't become ऐसे भी कि थोड़ा सा भी होमवर्क में रोना चिल्लाना नहीं करना है. Little bit of homework is good also, not too much, but little bit. We should be strategy for working parents in nuclear. Yes, yeah. I think it was getting big, so I did not speak about it. But the best thing that you can do to our system and to the children is bring back joint family system. Best thing that you can do. Parents, एक तो joint family system लेके आइए, और दूसरा मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अब पता नहीं, अब कोविड का हो गया तो I don't know, but पहले मैं सोचती थी to support the working mothers, we can have day boarding schools where the children they finish everything and go back home. So maybe for a couple of years we can't do it. After that we can start, but start with the joint families. We need the joint families. We need our parents. Very, very important. So I think the joint family system will come, and then it will be a lot of easy time for even the mothers. They can work if they want to. The children learn from the grandparents. So important. Simon will also be there. We'll try to do that. All right, there are a lot of questions coming. Nimisha, how much do I take? Tell me, please. Can you just call me up? Okay, so I think now we'll end this session, and children, teachers, parents, all the schools, all those who are watching, please take care of yourselves. All of you are very precious. We are all Indians together. We need to protect ourselves to make our country better, more healthy. Follow the norms, but yet don't get scared. And we will bring the changes that are necessary, and we'll make our country the best country in the world, the most beautiful country with the best children, best generations to come. We'll do that. All right? You can take care of yourselves, and we care for you a lot. All right? So with this, I end my session. Thank you so much for listening to me. And I hope I made sense, and I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you. Thank you. Sai Ram.